Hey guys, it's DC, and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary, where all soap lovers are welcome. I normally post a General Hospital review on the weekends, but today this episode had me so heated. I think for obvious reasons, you see in the thumbnail. I had to make a video today, guys. I couldn't wait any longer. I just could not. Let's talk about today's episode of General Hospital, July 25th, 2022. The time date this video. This episode was starting off strong. The actress who plays Jocelyn is so good that I was so angry with her. Honestly, when she was just like, she had her phone, she's like, yeah, I'm taking a little video of you. Yeah, you're gonna go to jail. The first thing that popped out of my mouth, because I'm watching this, I'm in bed, I'm watching GH, I'm like, you dumbass. I'm sorry, excuse my language, guys. That was the first thing that popped out of my mouth. I was like, wow, you idiot, you dumbass, really. Oh, you're gonna go to jail, and you know, Jocelyn, to me, they're trying to make her the next Star Manning. It's never worked for me on this show. Them trying to carve her into Star Manning. It's never worked for me. It has never worked for me when it comes to GH. I've never accepted her. It's just, she doesn't think. You know, this is my thing with Jocelyn Jax. She doesn't think. You're ready to expose Sonny. You're ready to send him to jail, right? My whole thing is that this is all just because of he broke up with your mom, cheated on your mom. You had no problem with eating off of his mob money, his crime money, his drug money, his coffee importing money when him and your mom were good, right? And I'm sure Jasper Jax has money too, so Jax has been footing the bill a little bit here and there too, but you were living in this man's house, eating this man's food, you know what I'm saying? You had no problem accepting that blood money then. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now all of a sudden he's a criminal. Now he's a thug. And this is coming from somebody, from me. I despise Sonny with every fiber of my being. But I think the part of the reason why I'm loving his character now, yes, he's kinder, yes, he's nicer, but there's also a part of Sonny who's just owning who he is. Sonny has always, in my opinion, been narcissistic, egotistical, and villainous. He's always been that way to me. But now he's embracing who he is. He's not acting like he's a holier than thou person. You know? Like the time when Claudia Zakara said that she wanted to, when she was pregnant with Sonny's child and she wanted to get an abortion. And Sonny's like, that's against my religion. And I was like, okay, but killing people ain't? Killing people ain't? So to me, he's just, I feel like he's finally owning who he is. You know, it's kind of like in life when people say, oh, I'm blunt, or I'm direct, or I just keeps it real. Now when I hear people say any of those three things, I instantly think, okay, so this person might be full of shizzle. Let me be on the lookout for them. They might be full of shizzle. Because most of the times when people are those things, they don't have to say it. They'll just exude. But in terms of Sonny, you had no problem accepting all this stuff that Sonny Critos, you had no problem with it when he was good with your mom. You had no issues with it. Even for you to say, oh, Ava's this and Ava was that. But if Ava and your mom were cool, you wouldn't have no problem with her being in the mob. You knew what time it was. You knew, like, this is my whole thing. Jocelyn knows that Sonny's in the mob. She knows. I know she knows. But this is my whole thing, right? You knew. I don't know if she was, I think she was aware that Carly and Jason almost got blown up. Miss Wu saved them, even though Sonny was presumably dead. She did it off of the strength of Sonny's business that Sonny helped develop. And you so badly want Sonny in jail, but do we not remember last time when Sonny was presumed dead, what Port Charles was looking like when Cyrus Renaud took over, and that was only because Sonny wasn't in power? I say like he's a dictator, but he might as well be. Sonny is the true mayor of Port Charles. It's not Laura Collins. It's Sonny Corinthos, right? It's always someone behind the scenes really running the show. It's kind of like for any of you guys who saw Scandal, where the president and Olivia Pope like they were running the country, but it was really Olivia Pope's father who was the head of the B613 operation, which I do believe something like that does exist in real life. Not a conspiracy theory, I just believe it. But my whole thing is like, you saw what Port Charles looked like when Sonny was not there. Hell, the only reason why you're probably still alive, nothing has happened to you, is off of the strength of Sonny and his enemies respecting him. That's it. Because the moment Sonny was presumed dead, Carly was in danger, all y'all were in danger. And Carly had to make a choice to save you guys. You're an idiot. What are you doing? It's stupid. Oh, I'm going to expose you. You're going to go to jail. Okay, and what about your so-called sister's Avery, right? Your so-called sister Avery. What do you think that's going to do to her? Or your sister Donna? It's just dumb. Michael's vengeance with Sonny, at times, I don't get it either, honestly. Because like I said, he had no problem eating off of the blood money. When he got shot in the head, he had no problem. Like, it's just the hypocrisy I'm starting to see with people when it comes to Sonny. It's just baffling me. I'm not a Sonny fan by no means, but I don't know. I'm enjoying him lately. You know? He's being true to who he is, which is a narcissistic, egotistical SOB. But he's also sweet and kind and caring, I feel like, at times. And I appreciate that. I was going to wait till this week to do a GH review, but I was like, I could not. I was so enraged with Jocelyn. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay if somebody kidnaps her at this point, and then somebody has to come save her, or nobody saves her. I'm okay with that. There's certain soap characters I'm like, what are you doing? Some really stupid soap characters I've seen is Gwen Rischek on Days. I'm like, what are you doing? Sheila. I'm like, what are you doing? You really think Ben is just going to say, you know what? You saved my life, even though you tried to shoot me and kill me, and you killed my other mother, or attempted to at least, since we know Lee's not alive on B&B. Spoiler alert, if you didn't already know, but that aired on Friday. And who else is there? Like, you know, like, and I feel like now this, another person I would add to that list. I had to forget the rest of this. Phyllis. Phyllis is another dumb one, because she's literally driving half the town away, the man she loves away, for Diane. Diane got you in check. You might as well try to find a way to coexist with Diane, because Diane's going to be around the Newman. She's not going nowhere. She's Kyle's mother. She's Harrison's grandmother. She's not going nowhere, sis. She's not. Hate to tell you. So, and then now we can add Jocelyn Jacks to that list. You were going to expose Sonny? You know how dumb that is? You were really dumb. This is the dumbest. No, it's a good storyline. The storyline is not dumb. It's just what Jocelyn is doing is dumb. Now, the actress is doing a great job, because I'm really upset with Jocelyn. And I've had it up to here with her. I've had it up to here with Jocelyn. I've had it up to here with her. I've been tolerating her for these past few years, but this right here just takes the cake for me. Oh, I'm going to expose you. You're going to go to jail. Yeah, how smart that is. You don't even know, by you bringing down Sonny, how you could be implicating everybody around him, considering your mother, too, at one point in time, had to take over the organization. Hello? Like, that's dumb. See, Michael is trying to take down Sonny, but he's doing it in a strategic way, which I know would be something that wouldn't implicate Carly or anybody else. Jocelyn's like, I'm just going to do this and send you to jail. You're an idiot. You don't know what took place prior to then. You don't know. And this has nothing to do with you being upset with Sonny. This is just everything to do. Well, this has nothing to do with Sonny's business. He's being a defenseless man. It's because you're mad about what happened to your mom. Get over it, sis. This is grown folks' business. You know, I'll tell you guys a funny story. When I was younger, around the time I was 12, I started watching All My Children. It was the first time I ever watched. And I used to go to this pizza place that was near my house. I used to order these fried buffalo wings they had there, right? And it was near my house. And mind you, we live in Florida, right? And this is at my parents' house at the time. I used to go there, like, I think it was every Wednesday, to order some fried wings. And the guy at the counter, his name was Tony. Go figure, right? In the pizzeria. And every Wednesday around 12:15, because that's when I was going, so my children would start at 1, so I wanted to get the wings ordered in time and walk back. There would be like these 5 guys that would come in suits. And I didn't even know the pizzeria had a back room. Just bear with me in the story. I didn't know it had a back room. Anyways, they're all wearing these suits. Mind you, we're in Florida. It's 90 degrees weather, so that was interesting. 3 of their names was like Tony. One was Antonio, and the one was Salvatore. And they went to the back room, and I noticed every time they went to the back room, this was every Wednesday when I happened to be there, the owner would get he looked a little nervous. You know, once they were there. And Wednesday was their slow days. He told me that. Wednesday was their slow days, to explain why they were there. I'm not alleging anything. I don't know. But it was just weird that 5 big husky guys were wearing these suits in 90 degrees. I'm talking these big, tall, and husky suits in 90 degrees weather in Florida. And every time they would come out of the back room, I would see him whisper to the guy at the counter, which is the owner, you know, and the owner was always really nice to me. He was pretty nice to me. He'd always say to me, he's like, I remember one time, sometimes I had to watch All My Children there because sometimes the food wasn't ready in time. And I remember the first time I did that, he's like, what are you watching? You watching a soap opera? And I was like, yeah. You know, I was a kid. I was like, oh, God. Because, you know, it wasn't cool to watch soaps when you were a kid. It wasn't cool. You know, especially when we were a boy. It wasn't cool to watch soaps. And I was like, yeah, I'm watching All My Children, yeah. And he was like, that Erica Kane, man, she's something. She's quite the woman, huh? And I was like, oh, yeah. And he's like, yeah, but I'm more of a General Hospital kind of guy. I was like, all right. And then those same guys in the brown suits, they would recognize me. They'd say, hey, DZ. Because I would be there almost every Wednesday. And I remember one time the guy, one of the guys' suits came out. Oh, you watching soap operas? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what soap are you watching? I was like, oh, All My Children. Oh, I don't watch All My Children, man. I don't watch that. I'm more of a General Hospital kind of guy. Go figure. Now I'm not alleging anything was happening in that back room. I don't know. I don't know if anything was happening in that back room. Okay, I don't know. But it was just interesting to me. Okay, and I used to grow up in Connecticut, and I would spend time in New York. So there's just certain things you just peep. I like to mind the business that pays me. But anyways, my whole thing with this whole Jocelyn and Sonny storyline is just that, like, this has been supporting for a long time, right? My thing is, you don't know what type of stuff you're going to be doing by trying to expose something like that. Granted, it didn't work because Dex talked her down, which I believe there's going to be a romance going on between them. See, I just know the breadcrumbs on Hot Shelves. They're going to have a romance, which I like. He's a little more edgier than Cameron, so I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But you don't know what you're going to be doing in the meantime. It's kind of like when I watch certain reality shows. There's certain people now that are in jail for tax evasion or in court or in the press. And I'm just like, if you knew there was some stuff, some shicey stuff going on behind the scenes, what made you think it was a good idea to flaunt your wealth on TV? Like, what made you think that was smart? Because I'm the type of person, if I have a lot of money, you're not going to know about it. You're not going to know about it. You know, some people want to tell the world, they want to feed the children, they want everybody, they want to help the world. You know, that's great. That's great. Great stuff, right? But it attracts attention onto you, right? And this is my whole thing. When you're the stepdaughter of a mafioso, or if Sonny identifies as a mafiosa, we can say that as well, right? Or mafiosi. See what I did there? It's a little joke. Anyways, you want to keep a low profile. And obviously she resonated with Dax because she knew what a video is like when it ruins your life. She resonated with that. So my whole thing is like, be smart. You know, be smart. I'm all about people being smart. Make wise. Be smart. Be smart, folks. You know, be smart. I like low profile people. You know, I remember when I used to work as a nursing assistant years ago. I had a lot of patients that were people who were very prominent people, or related to prominent people, but you wouldn't have known that, right? There was gossip amongst assistants. That's how I knew. And you wouldn't have known. They keep low profiles. The people who really got, I learned, like, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist or throw shit out there, but I feel like the people who really got the power in life, who really got the power, the cojones, you don't know who those people are. You don't know them. You don't see them. That's why people are like, oh, I want to be known. I want to make a difference. I want people to know my name and lights. I want to be famous. Y'all can be famous. Just give me the money. You can keep the fame. Just give me the money. That's what I used to say as a kid. Y'all can keep the fame. Just give me the money. But my whole thing is like, you gotta be smart. You just gotta be smart. Keep a low profile. You know? Oh, I'm gonna expose you. I just looked at that and I was just so upset. I was just like, you know what? I'm okay with her getting kidnapping or she disappears for a couple of years like Kate Martin on All My Children. I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with it at this point. Jocelyn, you've worked my last nerve. You just... You worked my last nerve as a character. Because if you were not Carly's daughter, you would have been done with. You would have disappeared. All right? Ask Esme Prince. All right? If it wasn't for Nicholas stepping in, Esme would have been done for. So when he came to Carly's house and said, you need to get your daughter in line, you get your daughter in check. I was like, I know that's right. And the Carly's like, you can come into my house? It was Sonny's house, sis. He gave it to you in divorce settlement. It's Sonny's house. It's Sonny's house. You living in Sonny's house. When he said, you know, basically when he told her how losing MetroCorp is not going to be the only part of your problems, you keep this up. I was like, yeah. Because she has to realize that Sonny is still the father to one of her children. He's what's keeping Port Charles safe. You know that. Just because now you're all up under Drew now, well, you lost your senses? This episode made me so passionate, guys. I was like, I could not hold this in. I just couldn't hold it in. I was like, couldn't hold it in. All right, I want to talk about Molly real quick. When Molly said that it was hard to be on the right side of the law working for the prosecution, honestly, I don't see how you can be on the right side of the law working for prosecution. As a defense, I think it's easier because you can pick and choose your clients, whereas most parts, I feel like when you work for the district attorney's office or prosecution, you're assigned a case most of the time. You can recuse yourself if there's a conflict of interest, but if there isn't one present, they expect you to take that case. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. Real quick, when it comes to Cameron Matheson, he's still giving me Ryan Lavery. I don't see Drew I don't see Drew Kane here. I see Ryan Lavery, and I'm just gonna play with it for right now. I'm gonna play with it right now. But it's going crazy when they walked into the house because I was like, that's Sonny's house. Carly moved in with him, but that's Sonny's house. He gave it to her in the door, but that's Sonny's house. You come into my house? No, it's Sonny's house, sis. He gave it to you. Guys, I'm sorry. I had to go in today. I don't have nothing to say about the Cast 9s yet. Nothing really happened today. The guy did die. The Cast 9s come with the plan. Esme, my whole thing, and I think Esme was able to call Spencer's bluff, obviously, as we all know, because she can just ask Ryan who her real mother is. Ryan knows. She doesn't need Spencer. That's why Spencer was so stupid. Yeah, I got the paternity real mother, but you have to confess to what Trina's doing. And then how does she not know you're just going to double cross her when the time comes, idiot? Jocelyn Jax, guys, I'm just over Jocelyn Jax. I'm just over it. I'm over the character. The person who plays Jocelyn Jax, she plays her so well. Honestly, she's a great actress. So when I say I'm over, I obviously don't want the actress to leave the show. I actually like the actress. She's playing a good role because I'm really annoyed by Jocelyn. I can record you. If Sonny wasn't your stepdad, you would have been missing, sis. And I would have been okay with that. I really would have been okay with that. I think the writers really... I feel like the writers wish they probably made Jocelyn Sonny's daughter, but they made her Jax's daughter, and we all know Ingo's not coming back because, you know, once you sue the network, it's a wrap. Only God himself can bring you back. You know? Unless they recast the role. Which I'd be open to it. I'll be open to it. But it's just like, come on, man. It's just like, be smart, man. Be smart. Oh, Anna and Valentine were having a conversation about how Valentine is different for like the 5th week in a row. What else is new there, right? I'm not crazy about Anna and Valentine. They don't make me excited. Anyways, guys, that's my General Hospital review today. So I need to put his stepdaughter in check. I'm still going to come out with the regular review this weekend, so I'm going to try to. I'm going to start reviewing some British soaps, guys. I've been watching them for some time, so I'm going to be adding some British soaps to my lineup. It's going to be kind of crazy kind of having to review, like, close to 10 soaps. What is that? General Hospital, Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, Scheme Psalm, EastEnders, Hollyoaks. Okay, only 7 shows. Not bad. Only 7. Not bad. British shows be killing it, man. They be killing it. They be killing it. You know, it was hard for me to get into them back in the day because I was only really familiar with EastEnders, but I got a lot to discuss in terms of the British shows. We got to discuss Hollyoaks, DeMarcus killing Saul, and the trial that will go on for the Century. I don't know why they killed off Saul and Hollyoaks. I didn't really understand that. They literally just killed him off with a quickness. Then we got to talk about, when I get a chance to this weekend, we'll talk about EastEnders and Ben Mitchell. And my whole thing is, just because you've been a victim of violent crime does not give you the excuse to be an a-hole. And we'll go into that later on with that one. Which, I'm starting to notice the British shows, they seem to have this theme of, like, male-on-male sexual violence. That's something to be a prevalent theme with them when I was going out history. I don't know why that is. I don't have an issue with that. They're telling a story, but that seemed to be a prevalent theme I've been noticing. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. But it's really good writing, honestly. I got to give it some really good writing. And then, of course, we'll talk about Scheme Psalm later this weekend and Peterson's supposed witness, who I think is Lelo Mitiani. So that is my Soap Sanctuary review, guys. This has been the Soap Sanctuary. And I will catch you guys in the next video. I don't mean to make this too long, guys, but General Hospital, like, had me so hot today. Oh my God. And I'm sorry, I'm Team Sonny, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all can tell me in the comments how crazy I am. I can take it. It's a friendly soap banter. I'm not gonna take it too seriously, like you guys are coming for me. It's friendly soap banter. So, funny story real quick before I go. I remember when I was younger, I would watch, obviously all my children, I was the first to start watching. And I remember one time my dad came in my room and he's like, you watching this quap? You watching this quap? You know, because it wasn't cool to watch soaps back in the day, like I said, especially if you were a guy. It wasn't cool. And, I mean, other people that I knew of other Haitian families, it was cool to watch soaps in their household, but not mine. At least not my dad. And then I was like, yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching All My Children. He's like, My dad goes, you want to be a woman? And I was like, no. He's like, okay, then you have to stop watching this shit. And then, like, I was just getting ready to, like, walk out the door. He's like, I think so, Erika, Jacques is going to, like, break up with her because I see she played too many games for the past few years, but I don't know. Anyways, you have to stop watching this shit. And I'm like, so how did you know all about that? Like, how did you know about Erica and Jack? Anyways, guys, this is my review on the Soap Sanctuary, guys. I'm going to see you guys on the next video. I'm out, but GH had me tight today, guys. I had to do a review. This was like an emergency review. Because Jocelyn Jax, I'm over it. If she gets kidnapped in an alleyway somewhere, I was okay with her rolling down the stairs. I was okay with it. I was honestly okay with it. All right? I don't advocate violence against a certain gender. But Jocelyn Jax, I was okay with it. I was okay with her rolling down the stairs. Anyways, guys, this is my Soap Sanctuary review, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.